and welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom. And in this video, we're going to actually be reviewing another YouTube channel. So we're going to be looking at tasting history. So this is a YouTube channel that I came across a while back just because I'm interested in historical cooking, and that's what this guy does. One of the other things you can do is, unlike some cooking channels, you see him, not just his hands. I know a lot of cooking channels, like I think Babbitt or something, I don't like that because you don't see the person. You see their hands, you hear their voice, you see what they're doing cooking wise, but you don't see the person. So in this one, you do see the person. He does talk about not only the recipes, but he also talks about the history behind the recipes. And that's the point of his channel. He's looking at historical recipes. He does provide the recipes in the description of each video. I do believe he might provide some of the information that the sources that he used in order to find the information. So as homeschoolers, this is vital information. You not only get a historical recipe, you get an entire video talking about the history and knowing how to cook a specific recipe. You also get the history behind it and the sources. So sources can always be important, particularly for homeschoolers. So you know where to find this information yourself. So I'm going to have a look around his YouTube channel. I'm not going to play any of his videos because that would be disrespectful to him. But I am going to look at his about page and look at a few of the other things just to give you an idea of what this YouTube channel is about. Now, I've watched his videos, so he is very, very good, and he knows what he's doing. So, and he's engaging. That's the other thing. He's engaging, which is always important on a YouTube channel. I truly hope I am at least somewhat engaging. So let's have a look. Okay, so main page for, I'll scroll up here, Tasting History, here we go, with Max Miller. New recipes every Tuesday, so he's pretty consistent. So this is basically the front of his channel. This is being filmed in June, basically on the 26th of June, so this is what it looks like at the moment. So it looks like he's doing something on a lost aphrodisiac, which looks kind of interesting. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what one of his videos looks like. I'm going to try to make sure this doesn't play on me. Yeah, so that's what he looks like. But this is his basically comments, but let's see. Does he have? Yes, here we go. So this is a description. So he has a bit of information. His Patreon thing, his information here. So this is the links to ingredients and apparently his Tasting History's Amazon wish list. I'm sure he talks about that in the video. So this is the various information where he got things. Looks like he's just getting everything from Amazon. I normally get my spices from a place called Penzeys. They do better spices probably than Amazon. And not to mention, there's a store near me. So, and then he has, yeah, like I said, he has links to his sources. So the cookbook and then a few other places. Some of these are basically books you can get on Amazon or another site, which I have no idea what is. So I'm not going to click on it. So, and then he has his information, and then here's his recipe. So like I said, he does his sources, he has some information here, and then he has the recipes. You can easily get it just copied into a Word document and print it. So that's a kind of a basic information of what he looks like. So I'm actually going to scroll back up here and click a back button because I want to get back to his main page and look at some of his playlists, which is always a place I go to. So you have full playlists. You have ancient Greek, Roman, and Mesopotamian recipes, best of medieval and Renaissance recipes, the form of curry, so that looks like about several curry recipes, desserts, so he put all his dessert stuff in here, and then breads. So those are his videos, those are his playlists. Those are his own created playlists. So he has a couple other created playlists. He has Tasting History Live, which he looks like has a couple, Drinks and Cocktails, Outside of Europe, Ancient Mesopotamian Greek, and then 18th to 19th century recipes. So those look like all of his playlists here. So, and let's click to his about page so you can find out a little bit of information. So he's been doing this since December 23rd, 19, so not very long. his channel is supported by Patreon. A lot of them are. Food and history. He does every Tuesday, different historical dish, exploring the history, and then that's pretty much about it. So he does, he has his view email address here, links to Patreon and everything there. Click on his community page, see if he's, no, mostly just tasting history and various different information. So people talking about him. I don't know if he has anything on a store. So yes, he does. He has merchandise. So you have various different t-shirts and various other merchandise, which is always kind of interesting. And then you have just his regular old, and then here, I'll click on his channels. So apparently he has Catch Up with Max and Josie. So this is another site that he does, which I have no idea what is. So I'm not going to click on it now. So here, however, are his regular videos. So you can have pretty much everything he's done. Quite a few interesting stuff, Korean flour pancakes, so he does stuff around the world. 500-year-old pizza versus today. So he's very, very engaging. So I enjoy watching him. I'm trying to think what I've looked at. I don't know if I've actually taken anything. So no, it looks like I've made his making Egyptian bread, which is something I probably briefly looked at. And let's see if there's anything else on here. I tend to go to the medieval recipes. Oh, he does ancient Roman fast food restaurants. That sounds very, very interesting. So you have quite a few different things here. Boozy eggnog for the adults. Heck, you can have a 16-year-old who can taste alcohol. They do all over Europe, but that's up to parents. So Aztec tamales and the tamale wars. Sounds like an interesting. Figgy pudding, Victorian Christmas tradition. So you have various Christmas videos. Pumpkin pie from 1670. And making medieval mead like a Viking. That could be interesting. Very, very chemistry. If you're looking at chemistry, making mead like a Viking would be interesting. Election cake. This is probably one of his more recent, that was 7 months ago. Last aphrodisiac. Still might be interesting. History of sugar, which is also interesting. Two things. Soul cakes and trick-or-treating. So this is a Halloween episode. So he does a lot of stuff. I think I've watched his pretzel episode. So this is German, which is very, very good. He has various all around the world. So you're looking at a variety of different cooking videos. Bread of the Ancients. I'm a bread maker, so I enjoy that kind of thing. But, I mean, he does a pretty decent thing. Weird cures from the Black Plague. That's not recipes, but it's very, very interesting. So he does quite a few history things. So these are his earlier videos, which were all about a year ago. How to make medieval cheese. I'm a big cheese person, so it looks like he did some cheese. He did some 400-year-old buttered beer. Why does that not sound appealing to me? Probably because I've looked at recipes like that. So, apple muse for the plague, the four humors. So, there's a lot of interesting recipes here. Again, he's only been online since 19, so that's not too long, but he has quite a few recipes. Dragon heart for Viking King. I'm guessing that's some sort of animal heart. Looks very, very interesting. I'm actually going to briefly click on this, and you can't hear it because I have a mic plugged in, so it's not going to come through. So we're going to look at this. What on earth does it say? All the information. He does do a lot of links to Amazon, as do I. Just whether we support Amazon or not, it's easy. We hate it, but it's easy. So let's see. I do not see an actual recipe here for this one. So you'll have to watch the video for this. But juniper berries, which is normally used in cooking, making alcohol. So he has some various sources, early modern and early meal. Let's see, products. So yeah, he doesn't have the recipe here. So it's interesting. Of course, you have the comments, and you have a variety of his recipes over here and possibly other things. But that's pretty much it. There's not much I can show you without showing you some of the videos, and I'm not going to do that because this is his channel and you deserve to see this on your own. And I will link it in the at least not link it. Yeah, I'll probably link it in the description if I can, just because I'm talking about this very, very interesting, very informative channel. He's, like I said, I've watched him. He's really, really engaging and he knows his stuff. He does his research. So it's an interesting video. Great resource. Something fun to watch with your kids. Again, most of these videos are not too long. Looks like most of them stay under about 20 minutes. So again, so it's not a huge long thing that you have to sit through. So, but it's a great thing to do. So, and he does, yes, he's still active. He did cheat. He did, I can't pronounce that. Coca di Santa Joan, The Fires of St. John's Eve. It looks like some sort of stew or possibly bread or pudding. No, it's pizza. So it looks like some sort of bread pizza. So, but that is it. I will see you in a moment with a closing. Okay, so that is it for tasting history. Yeah, not a really long video. I can't show much when I'm looking at a YouTube channel because I don't want to disrespect another creator, particularly one that works as hard as this guy does to look up this history and to film these videos and to cook on camera in a clean kitchen. My kitchen's never clean. I have a toddler and 4 cats. It's difficult to keep things clean when you have a toddler and 4 cats. 3 of which are kittens as of this video. So, but it's a good channel. It's a great resource. He does provide his sources, so that's always a benefit. And most of the time he does provide recipes, so not all of them, as we saw with the dragon heart. I'm guessing that's some sort of animal heart. No, I probably wouldn't try it. So there's not much else to do. If you like this review, I've done 3 kind of cooking blogs. All of this is not the normal thing that I do on this channel. So I did the 3 cooking blogs. I've done 4 cookbooks this month, but that's because in January I'm focusing on food. If you want to see some of my other stuff, if you like me or like this channel, which I'm focusing on, mostly it's children's book reviews and children's film reviews and other secular, non-religious homeschooling stuff and a little bit of child travel stuff, which is mostly what I do. I did a bunch of Christmas stuff in December. I did Native American stuff, including looking at some online resources from the Smithsonian in November, as well as 4 or 5. It depends. I do this type of thing on Fridays. I do books on Mondays, so it depends on how many Mondays are in a month. So I did Native American books in November as well by Native American authors, all of them children's books. Coming next month, I'm doing a bunch of stuff. Because it's an African American History Month and Lunar New Year, I'm doing both Asian history and Black history. All the books are by either Asian or African American authors. I am doing films on Fridays, which is a common thing here. Occasionally I do resources, but a lot of times it's looking at various films. Sometimes they're related to the books. In the case of next month, I'm doing both Color Purple and the Joy Luck Club and the corresponding films. So that's what's coming next month. March is doing a bunch of springy stuff. I'm doing a variety of things. It's not entirely nailed down quite yet, but it's a bunch more book reviews. I've done a bunch of other book reviews. I did a bunch of Halloween stuff in October, the classics, as well as some kids stuff, and then films for Halloween films. And then Harry Potter started in September and finished in October. So October is packed with stuff. So I have a bunch of videos went on there. You can look at a variety of things. And I've done other book reviews, children's films reviews. I covered Anne of Avonlea and the Anne of Green Gables series, as well as Wizard of Oz and the 101 Dalmatians. And there's 2 books. There's the Starlight Barking as well. So you can check out those reviews. I also did a sprinkling of homeschool stuff and a little bit of child travel videos. So if you like what you see, you want to see more, check out my channel and like and subscribe. Thank you.